Yo, what's up everyone? Abigor here today. I'm back here for another banger video. Alright, man, we are back in this thing. Know what I'm saying? And let's get back to business, man. So, some of my viewers went on the Master Bar's live stream last night. Shouts out to the people who was in that live stream. Vegeta, Marcus, shouts out to y'all. I appreciate the support from y'all. And yeah, man. So, for the people that been in that stream last night, I told y'all that I was gonna make this video. And here I am making this video for y'all, so let's get it. Anyways, yeah, man. So I just want to talk about this whole thing about Mercedes Mone. Yeah, I know another Mercedes Mone video, but who cares, man? Really, who cares? It's not really that big of a deal. Well, it's going to be big of a deal here because of what she said a couple of days ago. And I'm going to talk about what happened on Double or Nothing. So there you go. Anyways, let's just talk about what she said here. So, basically, she has said on an interview, I think, that she's the greatest women's wrestler of all time. And I just cannot take that serious, bro. Like, there's no way in the world you believe that you're the greatest women's wrestler of all time. Like, come on, man. Like, there's so many other women that's had a much better career and had a bigger impact for the women's division than you ever did. And I know Mercedes stands is going to come in my comments and hey, all y'all want. Look, y'all can believe what y'all want, but like I said, we tell the truth over here. And if you get butthurt by the truth, then that's on you. I'm not forcing you to, agree with everything I say. But that's on you, man. That's completely up to you. And I really don't care. But listen, to say that you're the greatest women's wrestler of all time, like, that's just outrageous, bro. That's just outrageous because, like, all right, let's just go through your whole entire career so far. So, okay, so you start off at NXT, obviously, and, you became NXT Women's Champion, and the title reign, it was all right, I guess. She had, like, a decent character, but then, she lost to Bayley, and then, she went out to the main roster, everything. They had a little feud, and she wasn't really doing much in the main roster, too. Because, like, when the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships was revealed, it was just being hopped around back and forth. It was just being bossed around. And it was between her and Charlotte. And, those two was just being bounced around. They were just hopping the title back and forth, and you just have all these short title reigns. You had the title, like, what, 4 times during that span? Like, within, like, a span of, like, 6 months. You had to, like, 4 times before, you calm down with it. And not only were they short, they were the exact amount of days, too. 27 days. Yeah, you remember the 27-day curse? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you remember that well, huh? Anyways, look. So, you had all those short title reigns. And you kept bouncing the title back and forth between Charlotte. And it just wasn't working for the women's division. And that's how you start off with a brand new championship, by bouncing the title back and forth. And you swore that you was moving the needle at that time? Yeah, okay. And then, you bounced around the mid-card for a while. You had your little reigns and stuff. You had your little, feuds and everything. Well, I can't really say mid-card women's because, all the women's division was the same at that time. But if you get what I'm trying to say, then that'll be on y'all. But listen, so after all that happened, you decide to Vince decided to make a women's tag team division, which is probably one of the worst decisions to ever happen in recent years, because nobody takes the women's tag team division seriously, like, because. Y'all see how the women's tag team division was. It was absolutely terrible, and it just had 2 women just being bunched up in a group together, just 2 random women just being bunched up in a tag team. Like, it ain't really had any real tag teams. The only real tag team in the women's division that I could really think of was the Iconics. But yeah, so the women's tag team division got involved, and you had that little elimination tag team match. It was whoever, I guess. She became the inaugural tag team champions with Bailey. And then she lost at WrestleMania 35 to the Iconics, and she was basically going to temper tantrum because she had to drop the towel to them. And that's exactly what I'm trying to say, y'all. Like, listen. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that part later on in the video because it's like one of the main problems with her too. But listen, so after that whole thing happened, she was flown around again, and then she got moved to SmackDown, I believe. And then the pandemic era had happened, and she claimed that, or everybody else claimed that she was carrying the pandemic era. Where we all know that was Drew McIntyre the whole time. They had nothing to do with that. Because, like I said, nobody cared about the women's division at that time. And, they pretty much had all the gold. They had the tag team titles with Bailey and, the Raw SmackDown women's title. And like I said, it lasted another 27 days. Because it's just all 27 days back and forth, bro. Like, it's just not going to work like that if you can have all these failed title reigns. You know what I'm saying? So, she lost her little title, whatever. They had lost her the gold. Bailey still had her title. Bailey turned on her. And, Sasha beat Bailey in that Hell in a Cell match. And then she became champion, and that title reign was kind of mid, too. She was getting carried by Bianca Belair. Who was an up-and-coming rising star at that time. So, after all that, she took her little break. She came back. She had a little feud again. And then, she got in a tag team with Naomi. And you can already know where I'm about to go with this. After they won tag titles at WrestleMania, she walked out on the company because things didn't go her way. And this is what I'm going to talk about right here. See, this is one of the reasons why I can't stand this girl. Because you during all this tantrum stuff because things didn't go your way. Like, you have to understand that everything doesn't revolve around you. You're not going to get everything that you want. And, of course, all these stars was defending her like she was in the right. Like, no, bro. Look, okay, Naomi coming back. I mean, even though she was with her, like, she was, like, standing with her, I can't understand. But it was just her the whole time. It was just her the whole time that was throwing that stuff. But, yeah. And, she went to New Japan. She had her little, her rebirth thing, I guess. And then she had got injured. And now she's in AEW, basically burying talent. And that was just stupid. So like I said, how you could call yourself the greatest women's wrestler of all time when you didn't even move the needle for the women's division? And look, in my opinion, she's the most overrated women's wrestler of all time. And yes, I just say all time. Because she swears that she's this big deal, which she's really not. Like, her character is cringy. She's not that good in the ring. And she's just not that good, bro. She's not that good. And what happened last night was a perfect example of this. The match between her and Willow Nightingale. Oh, my goodness, bro. Like, while I was in the stream with Master Marks, we were just watching this whole pay-per-view together. It was me, him, and Marcus Brown. Shouts out to the homies. The match wasn't that good, and it was just botchy. And she basically just buried the TBS title division. And that's the thing too. Because we have more double standards coming into this division. And I'm telling you, like, the double standards that comes between WWE and AEW is absolutely ridiculous because, look, I understand that you could be happy for your favorite wrestler to win the title. Look, I'm not trying to judge people that do that. But listen, she basically came into the company as a new talent. Well, I can't really say new talent, a new signing. And after 2 months of her being there? Actually, wait, yeah, 2 months of being there, she wins a title. Basically burying the division and just holding back all of the other women that was, working hard and that was waiting patiently for their push. And everybody's just okay with it. But with WWE does stuff like this, it's automatically a problem. because y'all just defend Tony Khan in every single situation. And mind y'all, this is an ex-WWE talent. Mind y'all. And Adam Copeland has a TNT title now. He's doing whatever with the title, I guess, but same thing goes to him too. Like, I'm telling you, the consistency of wrestling fans is absolutely ridiculous. So, like I said in the stream, if you're going to complain about one thing, complain about it altogether. Because it's just absolutely ridiculous and it's just stupid. Like, come on, dog. And back to the whole, greatest women's wrestler of all time. I wouldn't even consider you top 50 all time. And look, guys, I'll be honest. I ain't grew up during, the Attitude Era and all that other stuff. I ain't grew up during that time. But, I went back, to watch all the stuff, the women's division. And those women had a greater impact than what Mercedes have done this whole time. A way bigger impact. Diva stands, they're just going to keep defending this. They just keep saying this. But it's literally the truth. I say even Charlotte was better than Sasha. Because, yeah, I know people are going to say, oh, Charlotte ain't going to be anything without her dad. She's a Flair, everything. Look, I get that. But at the same time, she's had better title reigns and she had better opponents than Sasha. Like, even though half of those reigns was like, short reigns, everything, between the other half, it was actually pretty good. It was actually pretty entertaining. I'm telling you, nothing about Sasha during those title reigns was entertaining or, just made people want to, turn their TVs on. Like, stop lying to yourself if you keep saying that, dog. You could say Tori Wilson, you could say Lita, you could say Trish. You could say all those women, man. China, all those women. Like, how in the world are you going to say that you're better than any of those women? Like I say, I wouldn't even consider you top 50. I don't know about top 100. In terms of changing the game for the women's division, you're just not that person to do that. And you never was. So stop your nonsense and just accept the truth that you're not as big of a deal as you think you is. And by you winning the TBS title, it just shows that too. I'm telling y'all, man, Tony Khan's bottomless pockets just getting to these wrestlers' head, and it's just ridiculous. Like, I don't understand how all these wrestlers could keep falling for this trick. Y'all see how bad the booking is. Y'all see how bad these matches is. And y'all see how people are unhappy in this company. And if these reports keep saying this stuff, then that should be a big sign that you should not sign there. Like I said, it's just a big sign that Tony Khan's bottomless pockets is just going to keep convincing them to come to this company and just not do anything. And they're not actually working for it. And you already know that Mercedes is getting overpaid. She's getting like, what, $5-10 million a year for this? And to top it all off is this whole CEO character that she's doing too. This whole thing is just cringy, bro. And her theme song too. If you guys listen to the theme song, she had the little symphony thing that she copied from Gunther. And she had this whole CEO stuff. Like, you're the CEO of what? What are you the boss of? Like, you had the boss character and now you're the CEO. The CEO of what? The whole women's division? You don't own anything. Your character is mid, your in-ring skills are mid, and you're just not that good. Just accept the truth. And you're not a needle mover either. Toni Storm is doing bigger things to you right now. And that's saying something. Because she, unlike you, she actually has a good character. She actually do. While you just over here being the replicant of you trying to be a boss of something. Now you still don't even know what you say you're the CEO of. And it's just stupid. So you need to calm down. Take a break for yourself and accept the reality that you're not the greatest women's wrestler of all time. There's no way that any normal human being will believe that. So there you go. Anyways, y'all, yeah, that's my whole thing about Mercedes Mone. No, she's delusional. She doesn't know what she's talking about. And it's just straight up stupid. But yeah, man, comment down below what y'all think about this outrageous statement that she made. And let me know what future videos that y'all want to see in the future. Because I do plan on uploading more since the summer now. And yeah, man, I'll see y'all boys in the next video. Peace.